This is a video on how to make fabric headstones. You'll need fabric that is stone-like, a pattern, wire cutters, and a sewing machine or thread and a needle. First thing you'll need to do is cut a headstone out of your fabric. You can make a pattern, which the directions are on my website for making that. I cut mine out of a polyester fabric that has somewhat of a stone or a grainy look to it, and you'll need to cut it at least 1 inch bigger so that you're going to turn the edge in and make a pocket for your wire. If you're using regular fabric instead of a polyester, this is a double knit polyester and it won't fray. So all I'm going to do is turn the edges in about 1 inch and I'm going to stitch it down. If you're using regular fabric, you want to turn it under 1/4 inch and then down again and stitch it around. Then you need to put a hem in the bottom of your piece like this first and stitch it down. You can hand stitch it or you can machine stitch it. And then on your edges, you're going to turn it in again and you're going to stitch it down along there, and that'll make a pocket for your wire for your headstone to sit in. This is a size 6 wire, but you can use size 6, 8, or 10. And you want to make sure that the wire, you file the end of the wire so it doesn't have any craggy edges to catch on your fabric. So you're going to file off the end of it first. Do it every once in a while to make sure you've got all the sharp edges. If you don't, file a little bit more. Once you've got the end of your wire filed down, you can then start inserting your wire into the pocket of your headstone. All the way around. You can see that it's going to be forming a circle when you're doing that, but once you're done, you're going to pinch the wire back a little bit and form the straight sides. Once you've worked your fabric all the way around, then you're going to cut off the wire at the end with a pair of both colors, and you want about 6 inches of your tombstone to stick into the ground. Now this is done, and all you have to do is straighten out the edges, and we'll have a tombstone. Now you start straightening out the edges along the sides a little bit. So it's straight down, and you can put this in the ground, and you have yourself a headstone. And this is how the finished headstone looks during the day. You can use rickrack or any other pieces to put designs on these. I've used rickrack to put RRP on some of them. I just bought my first styrofoam headstones this year. They're out in the yard for a day, most of them, and they all blew off and broke the little plastic things you use to set them in the ground, so I'm not real sold on styrofoam headstones. And these I've had out for 5 years, similar ones. And they never blow down or blow off the thing, and they're much last a lot longer. Also, the styrofoams, ones that you buy in the store, are too dark. I can't see them in my cemetery scene. I see these a lot better. I'll show you my cemetery scene at night here in the next video. This is part of the Halloween yard we're setting up, and what you're seeing here is the headstone that I just made with a skeleton figure behind it. Then in the background you see some of the ghosts I've made in the trees, some of the other tombstones. And you can see the instructions for all the tombstones and the ghosts on my website. It should be showing on the screen. And we haven't quite finished setting up yet for Halloween. and this graveyard scene's not quite done. This is another view of the cemetery scene.